Henk, a high school teacher with a penchant for humor, often used lighthearted jokes to connect with his students. On this particular day, he decided to leave a note in the lunchbox of one of his students, 18-year-old Lucas, thinking the teen would appreciate the jest. The note, however, carried a joke that treaded the thin line between amusing and inappropriate, a misjudgment that Henk would soon come to regret. But before we start, smash the like button and make sure to subscribe if you haven't, and hit that notification bell so that you won't miss any new stories. Lucas, known among his peers for his easygoing nature and quick wit, was the kind of student who seemed unflappable, often the center of laughter and lighthearted banter in the classroom. This led Henk to believe that a joke, even one slightly edgy, would be taken in good spirit. So, with a smug grin and a sense of harmless mischief, Henk slipped the note into Lucas's lunchbox, anticipating the laughter it would bring when discovered at lunchtime. However, the universe had a twist in store for Henk. Later that day, while strolling through the city's bustling streets, Henk's heart skipped a beat as he saw Lucas at a distance, not alone, but in the company of a woman whose face struck a chord of familiarity and dread in Henk's heart. As he drew closer, the realization hit him with the force of a thunderbolt. The woman was none other than Amanda, Lucas's mother, and more critically, the woman Henk had been dating for the past few months. Henk's relationship with Amanda had blossomed from a series of chance encounters into a whirlwind romance filled with shared interests, laughter, and an undeniable chemistry. Amanda, a single mother, had mentioned her son in passing, but Henk had never made the connection between her son and his student. As Henk approached the pair, his mind raced with excuses, apologies, and the overwhelming fear of losing not just the respect of his student, but also the affections of the woman he had grown to care for deeply. Lucas, holding the note in his hand, looked up at Henk with an unreadable expression, while Amanda's eyes flickered with a hint of confusion and concern. The moment of confrontation was fraught with tension. Henk, mustering all his courage, began to apologize profusely, explaining the joke's intent and his unawareness of Lucas being Amanda's son. The air was thick with embarrassment and discomfort as Henk awaited their reaction, his heart pounding with anxiety. To Henk's surprise and relief, the corners of Lucas's mouth twitched into a smirk, his eyes gleaming with amusement rather than anger. The tension in the air dissipated as Lucas let out a hearty laugh, shaking his head in disbelief at the bizarre coincidence. He assured Henk that he understood the joke and, in a display of maturity beyond his years, shrugged off the incident with a playful threat of harmless revenge, lightening the mood. Amanda, after the initial shock, processed the situation with a grace that Henk found endearing. She acknowledged the humor in the coincidence and, understanding the good-natured bond between Henk and Lucas, chose to overlook the lapse in judgment. The conversation that followed was filled with laughter and teasing, as the trio navigated the awkwardness with humor and understanding. This unexpected encounter turned into a pivotal moment for Henk, Lucas, and Amanda. For Henk, it was a lesson in the unpredictable nature of relationships and the importance of context in humor. Lucas, on the other hand, gained a new perspective on his teacher, seeing him not just as an authority figure but as a human capable of mistakes and humor. Amanda, appreciating the candor and maturity displayed by both, felt reassured about the positive influences in her son's life and the character of the man she was dating. In the days that followed, the incident became a humorous anecdote shared among the trio, a story that brought laughter and a sense of camaraderie. Henk's relationship with Amanda deepened, founded on a newfound level of trust and understanding, while his bond with Lucas evolved into a respectful and friendly mentorship, with the occasional playful jest that reminded them of the lunchbox design. Henk learned to navigate the delicate balance between humor and professionalism, ensuring his jokes never crossed the line again. Lucas.
Also, if you have not done already, please subscribe to our channel and click that notification bell to get inspired by these real-life stories every day.
Enjoying the unique situation of having his teacher date his mother, leveraged it with good-natured humor, often teasing Henk about being extra careful with his lunchbox notes. Amanda, delighted by the positive dynamics between her son and Henk, found joy in the harmony of her personal and family life intertwining seamlessly. The lunchbox note, a small act intended in jest, unfolded into a series of events that tested, revealed, and ultimately strengthened the relationships between Henk, Lucas, and Amanda. It served as a reminder of the unpredictability of life's